Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be restocking the house with some very delicious, healthy new foods, and I'll be sharing some new fun things about my channel with you today. If you're new here, my name is Nicholsen. I love to do all things homemaking, and I would love it if you would subscribe. And if you're returning, it is so great to see you. Okay guys, let's jump into this beautiful day. To get started, I wanted to remake my bed. I change my sheets pretty much a couple times a week. I just feel like there's nothing better than sliding into bed with fresh sheets. I always use Brooklinen, and through Brooklinen, I found their pillow, the Marlowe pillow. I've shared many times on my channel, but what makes this pillow so amazing is it's easily controlled, the firmness, with two zippers. If you zip it on one side, it makes it really firm. You can unzip one side, keep the other side zipped, and that's kind of a medium. And then if you unzip both sides, it's very plushy. So for me, I'm a side sleeper, so I like to zip both sides up for extra support on one pillow. But for my head, I like to unzip both sides so it's nice and plushy. If you're a stomach sleeper, they suggest maybe unzipping both for a more plushy feel. But a couple of the other things that I love about this pillow is not only that I can create the optimal support, but it also has a gel infused memory foam inside that allows it to have a very cooling effect to it. And it has breathable satin shell with the ventilated zipper side. So it really keeps it nice and cool at night. And I also really appreciate that they're antimicrobial, so it keeps it fresh and clean. And if you guys want to join me, you can click the link below to get yourself a Marlowe pillow and change the way you sleep today. They are offering us a more you buy, the more you save deal. So if you buy 2 pillows, you save 20% off. When you buy 4, you can save 30% off. And thank you again to Marlowe for sponsoring my channel and also sponsoring every good night's sleep I have here in this bed. Okay, after making our bed and getting ourselves all ready for this beautiful Sunday, I like to get all of my vegetables and groceries laid out so I can start prepping them. Now, you guys know last week I did meal prep. I tried it for 2 weeks and decided that a full week's meal prep just isn't really realistic for me, but I really love cleaning all my vegetables and getting my weekly meal plan put together. So I have all kinds of delicious vegetables. I have some breakfast items. I have some snacks. I have all kinds of different things here that we are going to restock throughout the house, and then I am going to actually prep all the vegetables I'm going to need for the week ahead. This week was really easy because as I needed things like tomatoes, asparagus, green beans, broccoli, you name it, it was prepped and ready to go. I also loved restocking all my snacks, so I knew exactly what I was getting low on. So we're going to go ahead and take a minute and start to get all of these delicious items put away before we start prepping all of our fresh groceries. Over in our snack kind of dry goods area, I always keep little grab and go snacks. I like to also use these for the kids' bento boxes in the morning for their lunches, but I like to add things like a variety of nuts, different kind of like grab and go snacks, banana chips. So I have these little plastic containers that I picked up from Home Goods that I'm just going to be adding these into. It's the perfect size for these little 8-ounce bags. They're super yummy. They tend to last not for very long in these bins, so I should be getting more, but for the most part, I kind of just stack them all up here. That way when the kids come home from school, if they want to grab one of these and pour them into a bowl, they've got a nice healthy snack to choose from. Next, I like to head over to our cereal aisle or section of our pantry, and I like to add in some fresh cereal for the kids. I've been trying to go with more healthy choices, so I picked up some gluten-free little cereal choices, and then I also did some granola as well. Our kids usually have hot breakfast, so it's so funny. Our house, they typically like to have this cereal when they come home from school. In the morning, they like to have things like eggs, bacon, sausage, breakfast sandwiches, or pancakes tend to be the things that they want the most. But these were equally delicious, very healthy, and they are ready to go for when the kids come home from school at the end of the day. The next thing I need to stock up on are just their snacks for their lunch. They have 2 recesses, so I always like to keep healthy snacks in here. Tell us in the comments down below, what are your favorite healthy grab and go snacks outside of things like fruits and vegetables? I'm talking pre-prepped, in a bag, grab and go snacks that are really healthy for kids to eat. The last thing I need to do in this pantry is restock all of my pasta because it's winter and I'm going through it like crazy. Now that the pantry is all ready to go, I'm going to start restocking our refrigerator. I love this non-dairy oat milk creamer. It is my favorite. It is so good. It only comes out to Trader Joe's a couple times a year, so I always stock up. And then I just got some milk and some extra spinach because I love to cook spinach down. It's one of my favorite things with a little bit of lemon, Parmesan, and some garlic. So I got some more of that. And then I'm just restocking things for the kids' lunches. I try to give them yogurts and dairies and things like that. Now it is winter, so our chickens have not been laying as much as they usually do. So I wanted to stock up on some extra eggs because the girls and I have been baking up like crazy. Now that all of the dairy is put away, it's time to start cleaning all of our vegetables. I have everything laid out here and we're just going to start cleaning everything. In the past, I haven't always done this, but I promise you this cuts down on so much time and makes me feel so less intimidated when I come home from work and need to start cooking. Everything is prepped and ready to go and clean and fresh, and I really do like this method of Sundays. We usually turn the football games on and I will just sit here, watch the game while I'm prepping our vegetables. First thing to do, wash your hands, and then we're going to just slowly wash all of these vegetables with a little bit of vinegar in here. I've been trying the vinegar method now for a little bit and I've really been enjoying it. I was always afraid that my vegetables and fruit would taste like vinegar. It totally doesn't. And I think for the most part, the water always seems so much dirtier, so I really do think it might be working. so many great reasons to have chickens if your yard and lifestyle will allow it, but one of the reasons I love it is they eat all of my excess vegetables. So when I get to clip everything, I go ahead and just put it outside for the chickens. If you guys want to give this video a thumbs up for pumpkin spice latte or Sauvignon Blanca or Cocoa Me or any of the other babes, they would just love it. They are doing so well. Everyone is so happy. I have been getting lots of messages over on Instagram, checking on Chewy, our Chihuahua. Chewy is doing very well for his condition. He is comfortable. I don't know how long Chewy will be with us, but we are loving on him every day, and he has been through so much to try to get better from his he has an autoimmune skin disease, and it's just been good days. I mean, he's eating, he gets up, he is kind of losing his eyesight, so that's been a bit of a bummer, but for the most part, he still can see us for the most part, and he comes when he's called for food, and he eats and does everything he's supposed to. So we are hoping that he either gets better or just continues to stay comfortable and happy in our household. And all our pets otherwise are doing very well. Our cats have been going crazy. We have all kinds of new critters in our neighborhood, so they've been out and about playing, and I've been trying to keep them in as much as possible because it freaks me out having them out there. We have coyotes and all kinds of things, but for the most part, everybody is healthy and safe and at home. But we're going to continue just to wash all of these vegetables. And I also love washing our herbs. I've been using this little spinner to get all of the excess water out of these. They held up perfectly. I just put a little bit of paper towel down to absorb any excess moisture, and it worked out perfectly for the week. Once I got everything washed and pretty much dried, I wanted to lay out all of the fruits and vegetables I had so I could get them prepped for the week ahead. I have everything in bowls, and then I'm also going to use these bowls to prep for dinner, so I've got a little bit of extra later. But for the most part, here's everything we have, nice and cleaned, lots of good leafy greens and fruits for the kids, and some herbs for all the recipes I have coming up for the week ahead. So the first thing I want to do is slowly just work through these and get them prepped for, I have a Brussels sprout recipe. So instead of having to come home and prep the Brussels sprouts, I'm going to go ahead and do all of that right now. And all of the leftovers, I'm just going to throw in a bowl and give out to our chickens. It makes it really easy for them, easy for me. And then I have all of these little Pyrex dishes that I can just secure them into and then put them into the refrigerator. You could also do marinades this way. It makes it really easy. If you're going to do like stir fry or something like that, you can like add a little olive oil in here or anything like that. For these drawers, I'm going to be adding all of our fruits. I like to add a lot of our fruit to these only because they're easy for our kids to pull out. When they come home from school, they can just pull this out and get some grapes and start eating. But once we're done with that, we're just going to slowly go vegetable by vegetable and prep them into these Pyrex containers, and then we're going to go ahead and organize the refrigerator. Now that I have most of my vegetables prepped, I wanted to make a very simple mirepoix. This is very easy to make. It's just carrot, celery, and onion. I always like to make a nice bowl of this to keep for any recipes that I have coming up. It is really, really easy to make. You just have to chop them up, throw a little bit of a paper towel over top, and it will stay fresh all week. So if you're making chicken noodle soup, which I was going to make this week, I previously made a little bit of chicken pot pie, but you can never go wrong with chopped up carrot, celery, and onion for most of your recipes. So if you guys want to chop that up a week ahead, I had it for 2 recipes this week, so I knew I wanted to make 2 cups of it, of the complete mixture, and set it aside for a future recipe. Once we have all of this done, I'm going to clean up my area. I'm also going to give the chickens a little bit more because we had some waste here that I knew the chickens were going to want to eat up. And then we're going to organize all of this into the refrigerator. Again, the last time I tried this, I ended up doing food prep, so I made all the dishes for the week, but I didn't end up really liking that process as much as I just like having everything here. So each morning I can make my, I do like a hummus dip. One of my favorite things is teriyaki seaweed. Just my kids eat the teriyaki seaweed little sheets, but I like to wrap them in cucumber. It is so good. If you're ever looking for just like a quick snack, that is so yummy. But I wanted to give the chickens all the food. They're super sus. It's raining and they're looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm going to give them a little bit of food, and then we're going to head into the kitchen and get all of this put away and organized back into the refrigerator for the week ahead. So the last part is just getting everything we need that has been prepped for lunches, snacks, and dinners piled up here in the refrigerator. I have plenty of leafy greens. I have milk. I love dino kale, so I always like to make sure I have plenty of that. I like to have cilantro, and a lot of times I use a jalapeno ranch with some of the green onions. So these are really easy, quick grab and go recipes that you can use throughout the week without having to pre-prep the meals. If you have time for that, more power to you. This method seems to be working really well for our family. So here are all the things we need, and then down below I have all our proteins. If you guys want to check out some more recipes I have coming up on my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video real soon. Bye!